In one of the suburbs of the city of Avari, there lived a man who traveled extensively, Harty, a faithful hunter and woodsman, with his wife Nessa, a juice maker and bread baker. They had two beautiful daughters, Yuya, with shiny golden skin, a cute nose, and wide eyes, and Bantihita, the woman of the garden, a wonderful sculpture by the hand of an artist. Her skin is like pure milk, white and radiates warm light. She has pink lips and beautiful eyes that resemble the hue of sea waves, with shades of melting blue and lead details, as if her eyes are a wonderful painting that amazes the viewer. Harty used to fish near the fresh lakes, among the branches of dense plants in the shallow ponds. He caught birds with nets and fish with hooks, and as is the custom of most of the people of Kemet, he had a farm near his house where he dropped seeds and let his good cow go to sing them between the folds of the fertile soil and mud. Then the waters of the basins that are filled by the flood every year take care of the rest of the good work. His land produced many types of crops and fruits. His beard has an elegant appearance, and his long, beautiful hair is in the form of braids. His brown beard is very handsome, and his eyes are blue like the lapis lazuli stone, which is literally the meaning of his name. Harty used to travel to trade with strange new goods throughout the country. Good Harty lived as a hero to his two daughters, as an example of a brilliant and caring father, and when his daughters reached the age of adolescence, he finally traveled to the world of light. The girls, Yuya and Banti, were contradictory in appearance and character, even though they were twins. Yuya, who had golden skin, was an extrovert, fond of listening to poetry, a very proud girl and confident in her beauty, to the point of giving the impression of arrogance and a spirit of being pampered. As for Banti, she was a very shy girl who loved nature and listening to stories. Yuya and Panti were the closest friends and worst enemies. They had been jealous of each other since a very young age in a funny way. Sometimes Yuya would spray her sister with water while playing. Banti would cry and she would naively respond with a drop of mud staining her sister's dress. So Yuya rushes to complain to their mother, Nisa. And when Nisa, who is busy in the wooden kitchen, comes carrying a broom to punish Banti, Yuya then quickly pulls her sister by the hand and takes her out through the door of the wooden hut to help her sincerely hide in the house she made with her sister on top of the tree. Thus, the two girls disagreed in the morning, reconciled at the afternoon, quarreled at sunset, and spent the night in each other's arms when the cold winds of the night come. Years passed with the two sisters, Banti and Yuya, until they became young women. The beauty of Banti's eyes augmented, and her skin seemed as if it was made of cream. How beautiful her eyes were when they were adorned by eyeliner in the style of the Kemet girls. Her eyes are charming, with soft eyelids, and she has long eyelashes resembling the wings of a butterfly fluttering delicately over sad eyes. Her hair was chestnut color and wrapped in a braid that fell from the side of her neck to her chest. On the top of her head was a collar made of gold. Her clothes were gauzy soft and expressed her delicate feelings. Her robe was the color of whipped butter. It is a color that is very close to the color of her fresh, white skin. She was wearing a smooth silk dress that draped over one shoulder. It was tight at the chest and under the other shoulder, which appeared shining with pure light. It sparkled with attractive, moist skin that made the hearts of lovers drum a beat, especially when light of the bright sky shines on her glorious body. Her dress flows like a mini wide silky skirt, and a thin leather belt wrapped over her slender hip and on one of her bright arms was a bracelet wrapped in gentle gold, which her sister had a matching bracelet. Banti usually wears sandals of supple papyrus and leather. As for Yuya, she has become an extremely gorgeous young woman with smooth bronze skin leaning towards a golden brown, her body so dazzlingly shiny. She has luminous hazel eyes. Her eyelids are covered with exquisite powders that sparkle like stars in the most beautiful colors. Her eyelashes are thick and capture hearts, and her hair is shining like waves, with strands, long and fluffy, topped with a headdress made of fabric woven with violet and turquoise. It was inlaid with silver and gold. Her lips were as fleshy as the lobes of fruits. Yoya was not at all ashamed to show off her stunning beauty with pride and to enjoy the admiration of those contemplating her charm. Her graceful, bright loin was shining with moist drops on her sculpted back, between her skirt and the silk shirt hanging delicately over her shoulders. How beautiful it is when she sits in her golden dress on the bright marble edges of fresh springs, combing her wavy hair lovingly so that the dew sparkles on her smooth skin and flows down her shoulders and arms, and her slender waist appears like a well proportioned masterpiece. Yoya was famous for her skill in taming wild horses and driving livestock to plow the soil, and she knew everything about agriculture and crops. On holidays and celebrations, you would find her enjoying herself surrounded by friends and admirers on green meadows, or sitting on the sides of fountains to play with her legs in the spring water. So she caressed the surface of cold water softly with her angelic feet as if she plays musical tunes. This is from the book Kemetio's Patron of the Nile, inspiring fantasy adventures about the antiquity available in bookstores. Much love and goodbye, my friends.